What's up, fam? Today we're going to cover a really light topic. Is the internet broken? And how do we fix it? Ha! Ha! Newsflash, we've been hacked. Our passwords and our email addresses, our social security numbers, our political preferences. Our buddy Ed Snowden told us years ago that nobody's stopping the NSA from watching you through your webcam when you're dancing alone to Whitney Houston with your stuffed animal, John Stamos. How did this all happen? The internet started out as a treasure chest full of unimaginable wonder. But recently, it's been more of a Pandora's box that you open only to find Pennywise the clown drinking vodka on the rocks with Vladimir Putin. You see, the problem all started with the initial design of the internet. The whole system was built so that information could flow freely. But there's no memory bank to keep track of your bank statements or your Pornhub browsing history. So how do we solve that problem? Well, companies like Google, Facebook, and Amazon stepped in to fill that gap. While we love the convenience of the services that they give us, Facebook and Google alone make up 70% of the internet's mobile traffic. And that's a massive target for bad actors. We've seen government surveillance and huge data breaches of your private information, and Facebook's role inadvertently shaping the 2016 US presidential election. It's fine. It's fine. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. The online world shapes our lives, and we're losing control over it. Is the internet broken? Not even close. Are you and I slowly losing our digital independence as these corporate giants grow bigger day by day? Without a doubt. So, what are we going to do about it? We're going to build a new economy. Crazy, right? I mean, that's so foundational, so deep of a thing in all of our lives. We can't just make a new one. Or can we? And that brings us to our topic today. Ethereum. They're showing the cryptocurrency industry that Bitcoin and all the technology it's built on top of can be used in really creative ways. Hell, these guys have 3 times as many people working on the Ethereum project as full-time employees at Google. And I know all this sounds a little crazy, so let me explain. Today's internet was designed to make digital copies of everything that we like to share with each other, from music to pictures and video. Now, when you send your selfie or your YouTube video to somebody, you're not actually sending the original, you're sending a copy. Everything that we don't want to share with the digital world is kept safe by large organizations that we have to trust. These organizations range from governments who keep track of your social security number, to banks, to credit agencies and insurance companies. Now, you don't really own this information. They do. So we trust them with our secrets, and sometimes our trust gets betrayed. And sometimes that's not their fault. You know, they're large companies that store servers in a warehouse, so they're central points of attack that a hacker can target. But other times, these companies, they're so powerful that they use your data and your money for their own personal benefit. You know, they sell it, or they create really risky subprime mortgages, and they crash the global economy. So how do we take back control? Tomorrow's internet gives you the keys to your private information. Your money? Nobody controls the vault that you store it in. Your identity, your social security number, your medical records, you hold all of that stuff safe in a digitally encrypted storage locker. And you only reveal the last 4 digits of your social or, your family's genetic risk of heart disease to the company that you choose to reveal it to. But how is all this possible? I mean, what does it actually look like? Number 1, public key encryption. So we need a way to keep your secrets safe, and that's called public key encryption. It's like a one-way mirror for storing all of your digital secrets. This means you can save your private information online, but it's encrypted, and you can share it with one person. But the trick is, you don't actually have to reveal all of your information, and there's no way for them to trace it back and hack your shit. Number 2, cut out the middleman with the blockchain. What we need is a global network of digital connections. Kind of like the internet. But the big difference is, this time you can send your money or access to your medical records, and you can do that without a company getting involved in the middle. And unlike the internet right now, what you're sending is not a copy. When you use the blockchain to send $10, the person you're sending it to knows that you can't steal it back. So they trust you and you trust them, and there's no need to get JP Morgan Chase involved. Number 3, trustless contracts. This part's important because this is Ethereum's big advantage. You need a way of writing and signing digital contracts that automatically enforce themselves. Because that's really all a company is. It's a group of employees that agree to pay each other and a group of vendors agreeing to work together. Meanwhile, contracts are used to organize the business day after day. So check this out. Ethereum is Bitcoin for contracts with an app store included. It's a blockchain with a cryptocurrency on top, but you can write computer code into something called a smart contract that people can send money to so that the contract works for them. Imagine a ride-sharing app like Uber. So you download the app and you request a driver, and the driver picks you up and takes you home. But imagine there's no company called Uber. All you did was sign on your phone using a thumbprint to pay the driver. They own their own car, they have a rate that they set up months back when they started driving, and there's no bullshit surge pricing because there's no Uber corporate office that's calling the shots from far away and taking 25 to 40% of the driver's fare. Now, none of this is a reality yet. I mean, the world is changing so fast. You could be buying all of your groceries online from 100% automated companies with no human employees in the next 10 to 20 years. You might not have heard of Ethereum until today, but Amazon released an Ethereum interface for their wildly popular cloud service. And Google's co-founder Sergey Brin is mining the cryptocurrency with his 10-year-old son. But more importantly, what do you think about all of this? Is Ethereum building the next internet, and will you join up with their digital protest? Or do you think blockchain is just a huge waste of time? Let me know in the comment section, and don't forget to hit the like button if you loved this video. Subscribe here to get my weekly videos explaining the crazy world of cryptocurrencies, and I'll see you next time on Double Time.